If you want to get motivated to do some art, this video is for you. I'm a self-taught artist and I've been in an art hiatus before. I didn't know how to reconnect with art, but I always knew I love to play with lines, shapes, and shades of colors. So I wanted to share with you some useful tips that might work for you as it worked for me. As you can see, along with the tips, you'll watch some scribbles I did with Chinese ink. It says YOLO, meaning you only live once. So let's seize the moment and do what gives us comfort, happiness, and satisfaction. The first advice is challenge yourself and take action. If you are that kind of person who waits for external encouragement from others, which I was, try to find it within yourself. It's better to depend on yourself and concentrate on showing yourself that you can do it. Challenging yourself can be a powerful step to find motivation and a great opportunity for growth. So, you need to take action and be the producer instead of consumer. Because it's not only how badly you want to be an artist that matters, what actually matters is what you are doing to hit this goal. Now, don't stress yourself, but don't let your negative emotions and self-defeating thoughts drive you away. Set your excuses aside and just do it. You can even reward yourself after working for an hour or two. I do it from time to time when I'm tired, but at the same time I need to complete a work, and it's actually helpful. Especially when when the reward is to watch an episode of my favorite drama or show. Once you decide that you really want this, it's time to search for the inspiration through the work of other artists. And that's a simple way to be motivated. If you have an art community where you live, you can engage with them. Or you can simply use social media to observe the work of other artists. It was helpful for me to watch others work on different art styles, doing a variety of challenges and activities, either on YouTube or Pinterest. I learned how to use some tools in a better way, and that I don't need to worry a lot about having a specific art style and to work on projects rather than drawing randomly, and most importantly, to work with the supplies and materials I have. I mean, just start with what you already have and don't waste your time waiting to get better supplies. But after watching a lot of videos of skilled artists, I faced the reality that most of them are way more talented than me, which made me doubt myself and think about how would it be so hard for me to get to that level. Which leads us to the next advice. Don't compare yourself to others. You could benefit from the art community online, reach other artists' input on different social media. It's likely that you would want to try some projects. But just remember, try not to compare yourself to others. Try to make your visits to these platforms beneficial and not self-doubting. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard, I know, because I felt this when watching videos of talented artists. I felt I'm not good enough. I can't do that. But I tried to focus on finding the motivation and inspiration, and I reminded myself that everyone has different journey. I mean, a certain level of self-criticism is good, as it's useful to level up our skills, but too much doubt will hold us from reaching our goals. So let's not think about what we don't have and work on what we already have. Start small. Instead of going big, try to sit with your work for 10 or 15 minutes. You'll see that after a while, you would make more time for your creativity to rise. A few minutes every day are enough to get you back on track. Start with simple sketches or doodles, something that wouldn't take a lot of time. You want to warm up, draw whatever you want with tools you didn't use before. Just play with lines or colors. A great way to revive interest in making art is to look back at your unfinished business. Brush the dust off your half-finished projects. Maybe you can finally give these darlings the happy ending they deserve. You can organize these works and give them a new place where you can see and easily reach. Which leads us to the importance of having a space for your art to create a likable environment for yourself. Prepare a work space. The point here is to give your art a real physical space rather than only having it as an idea. This space will differ according to your living place. It could be a room or a corner or a wall art where you display your previous art pieces and motivational quotes, which I am working on it, and this YOLO piece will be on my art wall. Like anything else in your life, art needs a place and in space and time, so you'll find it much easier to work this way when your sketchbook or your supplies and materials are easy to reach. These are the steps I went through to get motivated again. Most videos about motivation are talking about how to stay motivated, which is also very important for artists. But I wanted to give tips on how to be motivated after a break, which I know it can be so difficult to sustain your energy to create art. So I genuinely hope these steps could inspire some of you to get your motivation back.